Trouble forces advance into major cities, Southern African leaders say they will pull their troops out of Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, where they have been helping the government fight rebel forces. The troops were sent 2 years ago to support the Congolese army fight the Rwandan-backed M23 rebels, which seized control of large parts of mineral-rich Eastern DR Congo this year. When the M23 captured the region's biggest city, Goma, in January, at least 19 soldiers from South Africa, Malawi, and Tanzania were killed. Thousands of people have been killed during the fighting, and hundreds of thousands left without shelter after fleeing their homes. There have been concerns that the fighting could escalate to a wider regional conflict. But for more on the plan by Southern African leaders to withdraw their troops from the Democratic Republic of Congo, I'm being joined on World Now by the publisher Inside Watch Africa, Oluwaseyi Adeyemo. He joins us via Zoom here in Lagos. Good to have you join us on World Now. Why do you think South Africa is at this time pulling its troops out of DR Congo? Well, we are back now with Seyi Adeyemo, who is joining us to speak on the issue in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where Southern African leaders are pulling out their troops. Good to have you join us again. So tell us, what do you understand by this decision of Southern African leaders to withdraw their troops from the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo?
Okay, like I was saying earlier before the network started playing up, the truth of the matter is, incidentally, I just returned from South Africa. The decision of keeping the troop in Congo for the past 2 years is obviously a very unpopular decision. Most South Africans believe that that is definitely not sitting on the top of their priority at a time like this. As we all know, all of us are dealing with all sorts of things in the world. South Africa is dealing with divers of problems and all of that. And unfortunately, this war or dispute, or whatever name we want to call it, is definitely not one of their top priorities. Yes, they had thought that if they had intervened 2 years ago by now, everyone would, probably would have, the matter would have been resolved. But unfortunately, and as you and I know, this kind of pursuit is not free. There's a lot of investment, both human and financial, that goes into it. And if you really do not want to be unpopular with your people, particularly at a time like this, when they have a unity government in South Africa, it's not the days where ANC could say, okay, this is what we want, and that's what stands. We have a situation right now that decisions are looked at in a very, 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 deep and holistic way before certain decisions are taken and certain decisions are sustained. So in my opinion, there's a lot on the table right now that the South Africans are grappling with. And so the war in Congo obviously is not top on.
So with each country, trying to keep to itself, preserve its own territory, what do you recommend or propose as the way out of the crisis in the Democratic Republic of Congo?
My take simply is this: the Tutsi and the Hutus are same and one people. If we do not learn how to live, harmoniously amongst ourselves in Africa, then this is just the beginning of all sorts of things that will happen. Because as Nigerians, we have a version of this here, and if we do not deal with it and understand that whatever anybody is telling us from outside, we're a family, we're one, and whatever we might have done to hurt ourselves, the only way to solve the problem is to find a way of knowing that we're one family and this problem should be solved. This is a 30-year-old problem. This problem has been there, in fact, since the early 18th, because the truth of the matter is this has always been there. The colonial masters have always known that the only way to do or deal with us is to divide us so that they can rule us. And so each time we allow them to tell us the lie that our brother, our sister on the other side of the divide hates us and they do not want to see our face, and they make us start to fight and kill ourselves.
Right.
I mean, you need to see the kind of, pain and anger that is in the eyes of Hutus against the Tutsis and all of that. This is something we cannot continue to allow to happen.
Okay, so you believe that, harmonious relationship, is the way to go. Oluwaseyi Adeyemo is publisher inside Watch Africa. Thank you very much for talking to us on World Now.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.